I would like to mention issues cutting across the 4 years because I've been directed to deliberate on only 2022. But for us to understand 2022, I felt it's better I mention about the other years. Now, you realize there are 5 issues which are recurring across the 4 years. Number 1, trade and other receivables outstanding. Number 2, trade and other payables, what we owes others. And I think it was mentioned somewhere. We have an issue, number 3, customers' deposit account. Number 4, going concern, it has been mentioned. Number 5, we have non-revenue water. And number 6, we have accounting matters. Now, when you come to 2022, I'll go direct now to the report, and you realize once I mention an issue under 2022, you can relate now to the other 3 years. And I'll start with the first page of our report. I wish to direct you, that should be on page 1. After the statements of directors and responsibility, you'll find a report of the Auditor General on Tavevo Water and Sewerage Company, limited for the year ended 30th June 2022. The auditor's report, for a mention, it has three parts. Number 1, we report on financial statements. And that's where we give the auditor's opinion. Number 2, the other part is on report on lawfulness and effectiveness in use of public resources. That part we don't give an opinion, we give a conclusion. And the third part of our report, it's report on effectiveness on internal controls, risk management, and governance. Again, we give a conclusion, we don't give an opinion. There's another part, because the Tavevo is a company, there's another report, you'll see it under page 7, report on other legal and regulatory requirements, because this one is a company. So basically, that's report, auditor's report, how it has been structured. Now, I wish to go back to now the first part, report on financial statements, where the opinion was qualified. And the basis for that qualification is on page 2. You find it under paragraph 1. We have unsupported cash and bank balances. And I wish, with your permission, to take the meeting through very quickly. The statement of financial position and note to the financial statements reflects bank. The statement of financial position and note 20 to the financial statements reflect bank and cash balance of Kenya shillings 159 million 544,572, which includes bank balance of Kenya shilling 3 million in respect of post-pay. However, the balance was not supported with bank reconciliation statements, bank statements, and a certificate of bank balance. Further, management did not provide the approval to operate the account for audit review. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the bank and cash balance of Kenya shilling 159 million 544,572 could not be confirmed. Paragraph 2, unsupported customer deposits. The statement of financial position and note 27 to the financial statements reflect customer deposit of Kenya shillings 33 million 475,516. However, no listings of the person owed the deposit was provided for audit review. In addition, the customer deposits bank account reflected a balance of Kenya shilling 1.115257 as 30th June 2022, resulting to a variance of Kenya shillings 32,360,259 between the financial statements balance and the bank statement that was not reconciled. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the customer deposit balance of Kenya shillings 33,475,516 could not be confirmed. Paragraph 3. The statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income and note 6 to the financial statements reflects operating revenue of Kenya shillings 259,350,715, which includes water sales of Kenya shillings 247,082,575. Review of the company's annual report noted that 5,420,914 cubic meters of water was produced, and out of which 3,450,338 cubic meters, or around 64%, was billed to customers. The unbilled amount of 1,970,576 cubic meters of water, or about 36%, represented non-revenue water, which is more than the maximum allowable loss of 25% by the Water Services Regulatory Board. In addition, the calculated amount of the billed water of 3,450,338 cubic meters was equivalent to Kenya shillings 287,679,949 as compared to revenue collections of Kenya shillings 247,082,572, resulting in an explained variance of Kenya shillings 40,597,374. In the circumstances, the accuracy and the completeness of water sales of Kenya shillings 247,082,575 could not be confirmed. Paragraph 4. Unexplained variance in Coast Waterworks Development Agency payables. The statement of financial position and note 5 and 26 of the financial statements reflects Coast Waterworks Development payables balance of Kenya shillings 129,397,816 for lease fees and Kenya shillings 470,843,523 for bulk water supply, all totaling to Kenya shillings 600,241,339. However, the audited financial statements for the Coast Waterworks Development Agency for the same period reflected Kenya shillings 708,109,182 as receivables from the company, resulting in an unexplained variance of Kenya shillings 107,867,843. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of Coast Waterworks Development payables balance of 600 million could not be confirmed. Paragraph 5. The statement of financial position and note 18A to the financial statements reflects trade and other receivables balance of Kenya shillings 341 million. However, debtors totaling to Kenya shillings 4,119,954 had been long outstanding for a period of over 4 years. Yet, the management did not explain the measures being undertaken to correct debt. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects the final revenue budget and actual on comparable basis of Kenya shillings 1.4 billion and Kenya shillings 738 million respectively, resulting in an under collection of Kenya shillings 676 million, or about 48%. Expenditure of Kenya shillings 241 million, or 38% of the budget, which was not approved. In the circumstances, the under collection of revenue may adversely affect implementation of the activities of the company. Paragraph 2, unresolved prior year matters. In the previous years, we had audit issues, so instead of repeating them, we include as one paragraph and state the current position as we are conducting the audit. And it reads, various prior year audit issues remained unresolved as at 30th June 2022. Although management has indicated that audited financial statements had not been received as the reason for the delay in resolving the prior year audit issues. The auditor's report was transmitted to the management on 11th of October 2022. Further, the unresolved prior year issues are not disclosed under the progress on follow-up of auditor's recommendation section of the financial statements as required by the Public Sector Accounting Standards Board. That forms the first part of the auditor's report, which is the financial statements. The second part, which is on report on lawfulness and in use of public resources, it has 3 paragraphs. I'll mention information, maybe briefly, not reading the whole sentence. Number 1, paragraph 1, irregular management of interest. Here is a case of where the interest of 1.725 was not properly accounted for. As you can see, the deductions were affected for staff dates amounting to 327,359, and the monthly staff deduction of 37 for 5 staff were not effected on time. Further, staff interest of amount of Kenya shillings 1.7 million were held for longer periods over 1 year without being surrendered, which is contrary to the law. Number 2 is an issue on irregular payments of airtime or allowances, where we felt that 2.6 million on airtime was irregular. And paragraph 3, the company lacked an approved strategic plan. Those 3 paragraphs form the part of lawfulness. Now, on part 3, we have report on effectiveness on internal controls, risk management, and governance. That part has 5 paragraphs. Again, I'll be brief. Number 1, lack of an approved staff establishment. We realized that the company had not did not have an approved staff establishment. Number 2, non-adherence to human resource policy, where you observe that the financial statements in note 9 to the same reflected 120 million on staff cost, which include a salary of 85 million. But however, reviewing the payroll, we noted acting allowances of 184,168 being done to 2 staff, which was against the HR policy. Then in addition to the same, the payroll during the year reflected 246 employees as compared to the previous year's number of 136. That was an increase of 110 employees. However, when we requested for review of the process, that is in terms of advertisement, applicants, shortlisting, interviews, minutes, they were not provided. So we raised it as an issue. Paragraph 3, there was a lack of risk management policy, and that's a governance policy. We didn't find one. Paragraph 4, failure to ensure company assets. The company has a huge amount in terms of asset, what is owned by the company. Unfortunately, those assets have not been insured. And the last paragraph, under that part of AG's report, we have excess board committees, memberships, and sittings. We raised 3 issues. And number 1, during the period ending 2022, board committees on finance and HR, technical committees each had a total of 5 members. However, the number was higher than the what is required. That's a third of board membership of 10. There's a circular towards that. Now, that was a low issue, which we thought, we felt was not adhered to. Further, it was noted that the Finance and Human Resource Committee had 3 meetings with attendance of 6, 7, and 4 members, while the Technical Committee held 2 sittings with attendance of 5 and 6 members. That was excess membership, and that attendance resulted in overpayment of Kenya shillings 130,000 for the 5 combined sittings of those 2 committees. Number 2, 3 persons were members of all the 3 committees of finance, HR resource, audit, and technical. That was in violation of a circular which guides on membership. Again, that was a violation of the law. And out of that, Kenya shilling 60,000 was an overpayment in terms of sitting allowances. And the last issue under excess board committees membership was 4 members were in both finance and audit committees, contrary to a requirement that a member serving in finance cannot be appointed a member in the audit committee. That occasioned an overpayment of Kenya shilling 60,000 in terms of sitting allowances. And with that, for that year, those are the audit issues we raised between the 3 parts of the auditor's report. That report was signed by the AG on 3rd of May, 2023. Thank you very much.